Catch Gurl TauX every day. Follow socials, here's the way.
GurlTauX, every platform come to play. Catch our vibe, don't delay.
Facebook, YouTube streams, scrolling through your daily memes. Gurl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Gurl TauX is all about. Keeping it real, it's what we do. So tune in now and join our crew. Lights moving through the screen, click subscribe, don't be neat. Upbeat chatter, it's our routine. Gurl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Gurl TauX is all about. GurlTauX is who we are. Come hang with us on your tablet, phone, or screen. Anywhere Gurl TauX can be seen. Gurl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Gurl TauX is all about. Update stories, laugh and cry. It's Gurl TauX, so don't question why. It's the show that you'll adore. Come back daily to get some more. Gurl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Gurl TauX is all about. GurlTauX is who we are. Come hang with us on your tablet, phone, or screen. Anywhere Gurl TauX can be seen. Gurl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Gurl TauX is all about. GurlTauX, log in now, watch our show. Likes and comments, let them flow. Every day we're on our way. Gurl Talk Show is here to stay. Gurl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Gurl TauX is all about.
Well, hello. It is a Thursday, and I'm here, and let me real quick get these on just in case I have any comments. Please, if you have any comments, just send them to me. I will read them on air. We don't have enough followers yet to worry about it being super chats or anything like that. So just feel free to just message whenever. And I will tell you, if my lipstick looks a little funny, I feel like I look like I got into my mom's makeup or something. But I tried to put this color lipstick on. It turned out to be really, really ugly. Really bad. Then wiping it off made it worse. Oh, have you ever been there? Have you ever done that? Yeah. Well, I put a different color on. It's a little bit better, but I just left it because I mean, I wasn't going to wash my entire face off. I don't wear makeup a lot, as most of you that watch know. I'm not a huge makeup person. I do it once in a while. I put it on when I feel like it. And I tend to wear my hair in pigtails because that's kind of been my signature thing for a very, very long time. So I try to be authentic. I try to be who I really am and not put on a show and put on a face and put on, fancy. I do my hair on those occasions when you see my hair done up a little bit nicer. It's because I felt like it. I don't feel obliged to have to do it because I'm going on a show. I think that, me personally, I like authenticity. I like real. And I feel like we are running into an awful lot of fake on the internet. Fake people that are doing shows that aren't authentic, people who are doing I mean, I think we've all seen it. We've all seen the fake videos out there where people are doing this random baloney, and we all go like, "What in the hell?" And we watch it, and I'm guilty of it because something in their initial hook or whatever kind of caught my eye, making some kind of dish or doing something, and it kind of catches you a little bit at the beginning, and then as I'm watching it, you can see that they are dragging it and dragging it and dragging it out, and I start going like, "Hmm, where is this going? Where is this headed? Is this actually going anywhere?" And I start getting irritated, and I'm sure you do too. Like, we all do that to a point where we go like, "Okay, where is it and at what point are we gonna make a point?" You know, are you ever gonna get to the point? Is this just, fake? Mm, is it well, I start to go like, "Is this just garbage?" And is there never a point? Are we never going to get to the point? And it makes me dislike it. It makes me not like what's happening, and I don't wanna watch it anymore, and I don't wanna see what's going on there, and it just makes me kinda disgusted. I'm sure that happens to all of you as well, because it does get to a point where you go, "This is not real. This is not realism. This is all fake. I don't wanna watch fake. I wanna see stuff that's real. I wanna believe in something that's I wanna watch something that's believable. I wanna see something that's believable, and I don't want to be, um, enticed by these things that aren't factual." And it makes me get frustrated, and I'm sure it does you too, and I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me irritated, it makes me aggravated, and then I get aggravated at myself because I wasted my time watching it, especially when it's stupid. So now I find myself still watching them, but now I just hustle down to the end of it, and for whatever reason, I'm sorry, that is just shining on there so mad that you can't read it. That's my new slogan. It's been my slogan for a long time. My sergeant major gave me that years and years ago because he would have colonels come up and tell him, "She's mean." And he's like, You know, get some thicker skin or something." So, real talk, no filters, unmasking the authenticity crisis. I think we have an authenticity crisis, and I think part of it is because of this being the new grift, so to speak. This is the new way of making money. This is the new way of working from home. And I think we should be rewarding people that are authentic. We should be rewarding people who are real. We should be rewarding people who are not making these fake videos that are such bullshit. I mean, we've seen the ones, I don't know if you saw it, but I saw the one where the chick was making some kind of disgusting spaghetti in her sink with a salad in the sink, and then they were gonna come through the sink and fill their plates up, and it looked like trash. I mean, she just put all sorts of random shit in stuff I would never put in spaghetti sauce, spaghetti. I mean, she had pepperoni and, I can't even na and she was just dumping stuff and mixed it up in the sink. You don't have a pan? You don't have a pot? Like, ew, that's disgusting. I clean my dishes in there and that drain gets kinda gross, and, I mean, I clean my sink, but I still think it's not the place I would want my food. And how many people watched that? Because there was thousands of views. They get thousands and thousands of comments. Well, that's what drives the algorithm to keep putting that video out. That's what keeps driving the algorithm for them to make money off of YouTube or whatever it is that they're doing it on. Us watching it and us clicking on it, we are the problem, so to speak, because we are the one that we are the ones who are doing it in the first place. Um, when you see that uh, the filters where their face looks I mean, and I've seen the filters. Oh, they look great. I look amazing. But I can't do that because I do live, and you can't use those filters very well on live, not using a program. I don't have any of that on here, so I can't do that. And but if you watch that too, when you see them move any, the eyelashes will be up on the hat. um, I did my own eyelashes. They're not fake eyelashes. I do have magnetic eyelashes, but I did my own makeup. It doesn't look great today, but hey, I did it. I picked a new color to try, this teal. It was a little too much. So I dumbed it down a little bit, or brushed it down a little bit so it wasn't so wow out there. But anyway, I think we have a problem with so many fake things out there and the filters. And I here at Gurl TauX, I keep it real. um if you come here, you'll forget what a curated feed looks like. I'm your host. I'm gonna be here all the time unless I'm out of town or something like that. I have people that come on with me occasionally. Kimberly's been out for a while because she's been hurt pretty bad. She's actually has surgery tomorrow. But I'm ready to dive into the authenticity crisis because apparently being yourself online is harder than assembling an IKEA furniture blindfolded. That's what I see. I see so many people out there that are absolutely not real. Um, Forget the Instagrams and the TikToks and the Facebooks. And, I mean, sometimes you see people putting some real stuff out there. And at the same time, TMI as well. Like, I don't need to see your surgical scars. I don't need to see, your graphic pictures of your close enough to your hoo-ha that I don't need to see that. Um, I believe that you went to surgery. I believe that. Okay, that's fine, but I don't need to see your back crack and where your surgical scars are. I don't need to see certain things. Some people might want to see that. That's fine. But I believe very much in the just scroll. If I don't want to see it, I don't have to scroll. I also don't go in there and comment and say something nasty to that person because other people might want to see it. Let them and move along. But at least it's authentic. At least it's real. I prefer the real stuff to the fake stuff to begin with. Um, I, if I tried to be an influencer for a day, get the ring light. I do have one. The smoothie bowl, get your little smoothie, or I do have I do have several of these actually. And I just got these new lids where you can actually use your crinkle or whatever they're called, things that can go into the crinkle or crackle or whatever those drinks are called that have the flavors. So I just got the attachment lid so that you can put those in to your Stanley. I just got them. I like them. I will tell you, it comes with like this little addition so you can have the straw on, and it's horrible. You can't suck anything through it. You got to take that thing off for this to work. But I like it because I do prefer some kind of flavors with my water. The problem that I have, and I'm probably going to go back to just the squeezy things, use these for my mom or something. But the squeezy things, I tend to use a lot more of the flavor. because I like a lot of flavor with it. So I'm probably going to go back to the squeezy flavors in my drinks because these things are really expensive. Really expensive. And I think for the amount that I use, if you only use a tiny bit of the flavor in your water and it can last a lot longer, it might be worth the money. But for me, I use way too much of it. So I wonder because it doesn't last me very long. So, I do have to be concerned about that. Uh, if you're laughing, smash that like button, or if you're enjoying what I'm saying, or you are liking what I'm saying, or you too like authenticity, please smash that like button. Follow us on X, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. All of it is Gurl TauX, GurlTauX, because we're going to talks about it here. Share this show and spread the vibes, spread the love, join my tribe. I would really like to see more people come in. So let's get to the sarcasm of authenticity. I'm the sarcasm, and we're going to talk about the authenticity. So welcome to 2025, where authenticity is rarer than a politician keeping a promise. And today we have at least one politician, and I don't think he's really a politician, businessman that is president, who is keeping his promises. Social media is an absolute circus. If you don't think so, you're living under a rock. The influencers are clowns, juggling sponsored content while pretending they're just like us. Oh, they're selling this thing. Oh my God, this is so amazing. I just tried it. This mascara. Oh my God, this is so amazing. Get you to buy it. And it comes and it's a bunch of crap. Even some of the good ones out there are touting stuff. Like I just recently came across one. They did an ad on their show. And Trish Regan, I love you very much, but I wish you would vet your sponsors a little bit better than that. So Cozy Earth, if you have seen that one, Cozy Earth sheets, pajamas. You should get your mom some. I got them and they're so soft and they're so smooth. Well, I just got some from Amazon. Yeah, probably made in China. Oh, wait, Cozy Earth is also made in China. But the ones I just got, these come and they are so soft and they are so comfortable. Cost $20. The ones on Cozy Earth cost $123 for a set of pajamas that are, guess what? Made in China. Yeah, they're made out of some bamboo or whatever. But then I went to Reddit, where Reddit's a pretty real place. People are pretty, if you want to get the real dirt and you want to get the truth about things, go to Reddit. So I went to Reddit to see what Cozy Earth people think. Tons and tons of people commenting they didn't last past one wash. The softness was gone after the first wash. They started spreading or pulling apart after the first wash. Jethro, please stop barking. I called the company. They're not backing up their customer service. They didn't replace them. They kept ignoring me. One that kept saying, they said, oh, we'll send you the return email with the link on it to get the thing to return them, and we'll send you a new set. And they kept saying, well, I never got the email. Oh, we'll send you the email again, and then never got the email. And they did this repeatedly until the time that their warranty ran out. Jethro, get down here. Come here. Daddy's probably home, and Jethro is going a little bit nuts. So I brought him down here today so that he wouldn't be upstairs barking his head off. Now he's at the top of the stairs barking his head off. Jethro, come here. So anyway, I went on there to look because I thought, oh, when she said you should get these for your mom for Mother's Day, these would be really, really nice. And I was like, holy shit, one pair of pants is $79 and the shirt to match is another $56. But if you get the set, it's $123. Now she did have a BOGO thing link for hers so you could buy one, get one. Oh, so you could get 2 for the price of one. Well, I put that in and it did not come out that way, first of all. And the sheets, $600. $600 for a set of sheets still made in China. Now, I don't care how much you vet the company that you're going to and their good practices. I doubt it. Because they don't let you into China to go walk through the factory. They don't. So you have no idea who's actually in there making any of the stuff that you're saying is made ethically. You have no idea. I thought maybe this was an American-made company, and that's why their cost was so high. And then when I went and researched it and found out, oh, it's still made in China, I was disgusted. At the prices, I was disgusted already. But second, I was even more disgusted when I found out this company's whole backing is about being natural and using bamboo instead of whatever. Doesn't matter. Because you're still having them made in China. Still a bunch of garbage. And lots of complaints about how you don't back up your product and it's falling apart very quickly. Very quickly. Nothing like a set of sheets that your foot goes through after a couple days. Yeah, that to me is not quality. So anyway, I think social media is somewhat of a circus, and influencers, like I said, they're clowns juggling their content and trying to get you to buy whatever it is they're selling. Spoiler alert, they're not real. It's not authentic. They're being bought and paid for the stuff they're selling. I like some of the reviews. So when people do reviews on different things, I do watch different ones, but I go to more than one review. I find people that it will say something negative. Even this streaming software that I use EV Mux. I don't use StreamYard anymore. StreamYard doubled their prices without actually adding any new features. There are some cool features on EV Mux, but some of it is very cumbersome to use. It is very difficult to use. I have added all my overlays repeatedly, and then it deletes them, and they're gone or broken. They just don't work. So then I have to do it again, and then I have to do it. It's frustrating, it's irritating, and I don't like it. And if I had an option to go back to StreamYard and pay the extra money, I probably would now, because it works. Everything doesn't keep getting broken every time I add it to it. So EV Mux, get your shit together and make it work correctly. If I add something, make it stay there. I don't want my scenes erased after every time I go out and I come back for a new episode and I have to redo it. But you're paying more money for things. Are they real? I did go and watch lots of reviews on what I could use instead of StreamYard because of the cost hike. I guess what I did wrong and my error in judgment was there was a lot of really positive about all the features they had, and they do have all those features. Just nobody said that they break all the time. So I put all my eggs in that basket and I paid for the year. Well, I'm stuck now for a year of using this because I'm not going to pay double. I'm not going to pay for another one while I'm using, while I've already paid for one. So I'll just stick with it until they either fix it and I stay with them next year, or I go back to the other one. And, just like you see with McDonald's ads of their hamburger or their Coke, if you've ever watched any of those videos on how they make it, the stuff that's in them isn't even real. It's not real. Like, some of it's chemicals that you can't even drink or eat. They use spray paint on, not spray paint, hairspray on certain things. They inject the ketchup and mustard at the right spot, just so that it dribbles just the perfect way, and they take the photos. So the photos are photoshopped or fakely made with not authentic product. Like, you couldn't just grab one of those hamburgers after a photo shoot and eat it, because it would kill you, because it's got shit in it that's not real. Um, the avocado toast, uh, and crying in sponsored mascara for engagement. I got engaged. One of my biggest pet peeve ones are the ones where people are in military uniforms coming home, and they're just some freaking uniform that they bought from a thrift store or a military surplus store. They don't know how to wear it correctly. There's no insignias on it, and they don't know how to wear the hats correctly or the cover, depending on what branch of service you're in. Uh, and they're surprising grandma, they're surprising mom. She's pregnant. Oh, they're all so fake. I know they're just doing it for content, but stop. Please just stop. Meanwhile, going live and being real. That's like walking a tightrope without a net. Vulnerable, scary, nobody's paying attention to you. Nobody's paying attention, and no one's paying me for it. Oh, I interjected the me in there because that's what I do. I come on live, I'm vulnerable. It's scary sometimes. Sometimes I don't really know very well what I'm talking about. I've done my research, I put a show together. I do have my notes in front of me. Sometimes it looks like I'm reading them when I'm actually just trying to figure out what that says. Because it is quite a ways from my eyes. But I'm trying to be authentic. Here's the tea. 89% of marketers say authentic content is king. But 20% of consumers ditch brands when they smell inauthenticity. Millennials, 30% will unfollow faster than you can say #ad. And that's true. I do. As soon as I see that it's ad. And there are some influencers or YouTubers out there that are calling out these inauthentic people. These ones on YouTube that are selling and doing their makeup tutorials. And one of my favorite one is that she keeps getting called out the most is Michaela. Oh my God. Michaela just freaking kills me. Is she in trouble? Do people think she's, fake? One, I'm not going to say, okay, I am. I'm going to say, I personally think she's ugly. With her makeup on, with all her makeup off, I don't care. I think it's obnoxious. But at the same time, like, she's fake as can be. Like, her stuff is not real. Now, uh, I'm not sure if that's her channel. I think it is Kiki. Um, she calls her out. And I love that she calls her out because, oh my God, she's so right. It's like the fakest stuff out there that you can imagine. And I think that so many people don't realize how fake this stuff is. And they tout it, they sell it. Here, let's listen.
Okay, we need to get real and fast. Somebody commented, thank you for saying it's skin prep. Oh, Thank you. Thanks, because a lot of people are saying that this is just skincare, and they're right, okay? And I want to live in delusion, apparently. But this is crazy town. This lie, I don't even know what to say about this, quite frankly. We started to run into some major problems, okay? Because when someone is desperate to sell things and will do anything to sell products, including misleading, lying, faking, you name it, the timeline gets very confusing the more that she reveals. Less than a year ago, I was sitting in this exact same spot making a video about who I felt.
Sorry, I was trying to pause. Okay, so that's absolutely true. Like following along with them, and sometimes you're like, okay, like how come that mascara bottle changed? Like it doesn't even look like the one you were putting on. And then they come back and you can clearly see their fake lashes. And you're like, okay, at least if you wear fake lashes or you put fake lashes on over the top, maybe you really like this mascara, but you still are going to put on your fake lashes. At least be authentic about it. This person, oh my God, she does not. She just says a bunch of crap. And it's disgusting. It really is disgusting.
Like was the most dishonest influencer I had ever seen. And I sit here again in the same exact spot, and my feelings and affections have not changed. So it's only a matter of time that this influencer launched her greatest cash grab yet, which is the launch of her new brand, POV Beauty. Of course, with anything surrounding Michaela, there is tons of drama and controversy. So why don't I give you a breakdown from my point of view. So as mentioned, I have already done a video on Michaela that is on this channel, and I really recommend you watch that because it really dives deep. It is the blueprint of everything that you need to know about Michaela Nogueira. She is, in my opinion, the most dishonest influencer of all time. And I don't say that lightly, okay? I think it's important to highlight some of the bigger controversies that she's had, the bigger scandals and lies that she's told, because it really paints a picture of who you're buying from if you choose to buy something from this new brand. So obviously, no one can forget Lashgate, where she was sponsored by L'Oreal Paris to promote their new telescopic mascara, and she actually used false lashes in her advertisement, but tried to hide it and lie about it.
How long and lengthened my lashes look.
This literally just changed my life. This looks like false. This is how.
She's already wearing false lashes in this clip. I never get sick of this video.
What? It's this L'Oreal telescopic lift. Look at the wand. Okay, so basically I'm taking the curved side and I'm going root to tip and I'm satin to coat the lashes. And then once you've done that, you flip the brush to the side and you use the hook comb to basically separate.
Pay very close attention. This eye changes quite a bit.
This is one coat. Okay, I'm gonna add a second. Look at the length. Do you see that? I am speechless. And I'm not sure
She's got them on.
is gonna ever be able to compete with this mascara.
This is just crazy, okay? So obviously this was her before. This is her after. Literally wearing false lashes in a mascara ad. I mean, I just don't see how you can get more dishonest than that. And I keep bringing this up because a lot of people just discard this as you made a mistake or she...
No, you don't make a mistake. You do it purposely. And when you're doing it purposely to get people to buy a product that you're touting is amazing. Now, I had a mascara. It was by Unique a long time ago. And I loved this mascara. It really did thicken your eyelashes and make them look longer. However, it was a 3-step process. One, you put a starter primer on your lash. And I'll bring my camera in for just a second. I don't really like doing that very much because yikes. Let's see. Okay. I'll bring it into my eyes just so you can see. Now I just have regular mascara on right now, but I bought this stuff from Unique. It was really cool. You put this primer on your eyelashes. Okay. and you let that dry for no, well, you don't let it dry. You keep it wet. And then you did the second thing were uh these filaments or fibers, and you put the fibers on and they just kind of stuck onto that primer, and then you let that dry. So you do that and then you do the next eye and then you go back. And then you do a little bit more of the primer and a little bit more depending on how thick you wanted them, and then you put a little bit more of those fibers. And then after it's all dry, then you put the mascara that comes with it over the fibers, and those fibers thickened up your eyelashes and made them longer. I liked that. It was really good. I mean, it was good. It looked really cool. It looked really good. I didn't have any problem with it whatsoever. But it was really expensive. And then the problem with it was it dried out extremely fast. So before I could even use it all up, I had all these fibers left, but I had the primer and what I did learn later, and they changed it later, and they made the primer mascara basically the same thing. So you only had to have the 2 tubes the second go around, but it was pretty expensive and it dried out really fast. So if you ordered another set, you could only order the set together with the fibers, even though you have a whole ton of fibers left. And the fibers are in a mascara tube, just like them. I should have brought it up because I have one of those upstairs. If I had the ability, I would go grab it out of my drawer. But I'm not gonna leave y'all just stranded here while I run upstairs and go get it. But the authenticity of it is what makes it ugly and price wise. But it worked. It did work. Now, what I have a concern with these influencers, and we're going to go back to this for a second. What I have an issue with some of these influencers is because it isn't authentic. And I want to buy something that actually makes my skin look better without a filter.
Confess to a secret tomorrow that I have been keeping for 2 years. So here were some of the comments. A lot of people were speculating that she might finally be opening up about the fact that she was clearly wearing false lashes in Lashgate. She used lash extensions, LOL, 20,000 likes. Somebody said it was Ardell Demi-Wispy. The lashes, Ardell Demi-Wispy. And also another reason why people thought that she might be finally coming clean about the Lashgate situation is because when TikTok was going to get banned, somebody commented and said, "Girl, tell us about the eyelashes." And she says, "If TikTok is saved, I'll tell you." Deal? Ask me if she ever told people the truth.
No.
No, she's incapable of telling the truth, actually. So just another lie that she told. This is not somebody that has integrity, in my opinion, at all.
The last 2 years have all led up to this. I can't believe it's finally here. My whole life, my whole world is about to change.
So then she posted this video where she is basically teasing that, you know, a big announcement's coming. And interestingly, she gives us our first clue into a timeline for how long she's been working on this. So she says for the past 2 years, she's been working on this brand.
The last 5 years as a content creator, I kept asking myself, what's next for me? What is my legacy? And now I know the answer. I'm excited. I know I can do this. I know I can be a founder. And I know I can make you proud.
A lot of people were, once again, speculating about what this could be. A lot of people thinking it's going to be a beauty brand, mostly because every single model in this video was wearing makeup. Plus, she does makeup content. So, you know, people were kind of thinking that that might be what she's launching. Well, no, this is what she was actually launching. So she posts this corny video where she's walking over to a table and finally reveals it's nothing interesting. She is launching a skin prep line, not skincare, skin prep.
Much better.
So yeah, here's the products. It's 5 products, and a lot of people were quick to point out that, wow, this looks like a Rhode dupe, one of the more popular skincare brands that's launched in the last several years, and it looks very similar in my opinion, like almost identical. It's kind of got similar products as well. For example, they both have like moisturizing creams that they launched. They both have lip products, similar packaging as well. Then they both have glazing fluids and things like that. Then they both have milky toners. Like, it's just, guys, the similarities are uncanny. That's all I can say. Similar price point as well. So I just wanted to point this out because it does play a part in all of this, because it kind of shapes and manipulates the narratives and the perceptions about how this product's actually being received. So these were some of the comments, all positive, obviously, on her announcement of Point of View Beauty. Okay, so here's James Charles, the packaging. Oh my God, so great. People are like, oh my God, great. Looking forward to seeing.
What bothers me on some of this is that people start buying into this person and what they are saying, and that they are actually giving people hope that they're authentic and real when they're still not authentic and not real. So it makes you concerned about it, right? Like, are you not concerned about that? I get concerned about it because I think it's disgusting. Let's watch a little bit of this one.
Stay-at-home moms, if you work in the medical field, my mom's a teacher, like, I totally understand how easy it is to get caught up in life.
This pisses me off. No, this actually pisses me off. The most out-of-touch influencer that I have ever seen is saying that she totally empathizes and understands stay-at-home moms, teachers, the everyday working woman. No, you don't. But she's trying to use it to sell to you. Guys, wake up. Okay, wake up. Why does anybody listen to what she says anymore? It's disgusting. This is the 50th skincare product that she's used this month. Today we're talking about none other than the infamous Michaela Nogueira. She happens to have my vote for the most dishonest influencer of all time. I feel like her lies go so deep that most people don't even know them, or they've forgotten them, and it's really hard to keep track of all of them, so that's what this video stands as. So most of you already know who she is, but if you don't know, let me introduce you. So this is probably the most popular makeup influencer on TikTok. 15.8 million followers. She gets millions of views on every single video. What I find to be interesting about this whole thing is that Michaela became popular in 2020 at a time when the beauty community needed a breath of fresh air. They needed somebody who was normal, from humble beginnings, somebody who was honest, authentic, real, and for all intents and purposes, people thought that Michaela was that girl. So it seemed she was totally different than any other beauty influencer that we've ever seen before and that we were used to seeing. Because I think people were honestly just fed up. There was so much drama happening at this time. People just were desperate for that breath of fresh air. And for a lot of people, Michaela was that influencer. Here's an example of what her content used to look like in 2020.
Michaela Nogueira's first TikTok.
My heart just got stuck between these loops.
She used to do a lot of these like catfishing videos where she would start, you know, no makeup on, hair disheveled, and then show like, you know, a full face. Here's another example.
Oh, hi. Do you have a face full of acne and you just can't seem to figure out how to cover it up? Watch this. I've been able to trick people into thinking I have no acne at all with these 3 products.
And here's the final look.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? What acne?
It was simple tutorials like this that really drew people in. What's really crazy about all of this is that the person that the beauty community chose
I don't understand is how
the
people
answer for
pause. What people didn't. How did people not catch that was absolutely a filter? Absolutely a filter. I mean, like, there is so much that this girl has done, and I'm featuring her mostly because of how fake she absolutely has been. We're going to talk, this is someone else that's talking about the same person, but we're going to talk about her just a little bit longer.
It's time we actually address the speculations behind Michaela Noriega's accent. Because she's getting called out for allegedly faking her accent and taking it way too far. once a liar, always a liar. When it comes to Michaela, you guys, this woman is known for having a bad reputation on the internet as a makeup artist. And with that, her dark history also reveals more secrets about Michaela that's slowly making people realize how bad of an influencer she actually is. So without further ado, you guys, let's just go ahead and unveil the truth about Michaela and her fake accent. Ever since Michaela went viral on TikTok for her makeup videos, she has been getting questioned by millions of people about her life and how she appeared in front of our eyes all of a sudden without anyone knowing about her. While Michaela shared a big part of her life on social media with her fans, she also kept a lot of secrets from them as well. And that is the history of her life and family. From the videos that Michaela posted, a lot of people found her accent very interesting and special, and for that they began flooding her entire comment section with questions about where she was from. But then things took a turn once Michaela revealed during one of her live streams that she's actually from rural Massachusetts and that she's getting mocked for her redneck accent since she was young.
I told you I've been made fun of for my voice my entire life. It's not a Boston accent, I've already said that. It's a redneck accent from where I'm from.
At first, a lot of people speculated that Michaela could be from Boston or New Jersey, hence why her accent sounded very thick in her videos. But after she revealed on her live stream that she had a redneck accent, people just completely—
Oh my God, a redneck accent from where? I mean, for the most part, redneck accents are like from the South. They're much more considered from the South than they are considered. And I'm sorry it took so long to get back on that one because I spilled. So apparently when I was showing you my little thing here, I forgot to screw it back on. And then I spilled it all over myself trying to have a drink. Oops. Well, at least I wasn't on camera at the time, but it would have been authentic, wouldn't it? But I did have to wipe it off, and hopefully I don't have tissue. I have wet spots all over my shirt now. But it's her redneck accent. That's not a redneck accent. I don't know where she's from that she thinks that's a redneck accent. Anyway,
we lost it, and many of them went into Michaela's comments to prove her wrong by saying that people with redneck accents don't sound like her at all. At this point, tons of speculation started going around about the possibility of Michaela faking her accent to her fans.
What I've heard more of a redneck accent is more like a Southern accent, like when people are like, let's see, they're more Southern. And she trying to do like a New Jersey, New York accent and call it redneck. Redneck is like from Louisiana where you got Bubba, whatever his name is with the beer, and you can't understand anything he's saying. That's way more authentic to me of a redneck accent.
So she could seem interesting and unique in the beauty community. This was until old videos of Michaela resurfaced on the internet. Here's this clip that a TikTok user made of Michaela's accent changing throughout her videos.
$275 foundation, and it's the wrong shade that I currently use, and this is the Zote soap. Waiting for. Today I'm going to be talking about my skincare journey. It has not been easy.
You're going to take the sponge with the hyaluronic and a little bit of foundation and press on the powder that
Yeah, you can tell that there is a huge difference between her old and current accent, and the fact that she's progressively made her accent sound thicker throughout her videos put her in a very bad position. If you need more proof, here is a terrifying comparison of Michaela's old accent and her recent one.
I've been able to trick people into thinking I have no acne at all with these 3 products.
It's actually been happening since I was 12 years old. That's when I started wearing makeup, and I've always worn makeup.
Okay, in my opinion, these look way better than the Drunk Elephant ones. Because this kind, fantastic individual has recommended the Indeed Nano Bronze Drops that I would have to use for the rest of my life, and I can't use any others. I think I can do this.
To this day, you guys, Michaela's accent is still a mystery to so many people, because aside from the proof that we have of Michaela faking her accent, she still has a huge fan base that backs her up every single time. And to them, their point of view of this situation is that Michaela has never faked her accent, and that there could be a high chance that she hid her redneck accent in her past videos because she was getting mocked for it since she was young. Honestly, this makes total sense if we're being serious, because yes, Michaela did get bullied in the past for her strong accent, and she might have put on a different accent in her old videos to sound normal to people until she gained the courage to reveal her true accent. Either way, you guys, this situation did not end up getting any better, you guys, since a week ago, multiple...
The problem is I can do accents too, and I could stick with it if I wanted to, and I can keep it going. It's about whether or not you're authentic when you're doing something and you know you're doing it. I do a stand-up comedy, and when I do that, I am Lady Abigail Knockers, and she's British. I do a very good British accent. That one may not have been it. But when I'm in costume and I'm her, I do a very good one. I've literally done it on stage and had people that have come up to me and been very happy that somebody else from across the pond is out here representing. Now, on one particular time that I was up on stage performing, when I was done, I said, "Thank you very much. I'm Tori from California." And I let it out that I was from California and I was not British, and that wasn't even my name. And there was a guy that was British in the audience, and he came up and he said, "Don't ever do that." He's like, "If you got an act that you're doing, stick with it. Don't reveal that you're not British. Don't reveal that you have a different name. Just stick with it." The difference is I'm on stage performing as a character. I'm not pretending to be myself and pretending that I am this person. So I think that is a little bit of the difference, because characters like Bobby that was done by Howie Mandel. He did Bobby, the little boy. I can't do Bobby. But that was his character. He was playing a character. There's a difference when you're playing a character and you're doing an act versus you are an act and you're not pretending that
clips
you're
of
doing
Michaela
an act.
spelling Kim Kardashian in her videos went viral all over social media. And y'all, I don't want to sound like a hater or anything, but I want y'all to actually listen to this and figure out whether Michaela...
Kim Kardashian had this absolutely stunning, sexy look at the Met Gala, and you can recreate it at home. We're recreating Kim Kardashian's Met Gala look. I just recreated Kim Kardashian's Met Gala look, and I am obsessed.
You cannot tell me that this woman actually sits there and spells Kim Kardashian this way. And I'm glad that tons of people realized how bad it was once Michaela posted these
Kardashian! How many times can she say Kardashian? I mean, it's honestly, it's disgusting. Let's get back to our actual information that we are covering. And that's enough of Michaela. I think she covers the epitome of inauthenticity. She covers the photoshopping, she covers the filters, she covers the fake mascara and the fake influencing all together. And people are calling her out for it. However, she is not the only one. There's a lot of people that are starting to call out these fake influencers. And like I said earlier, 30% of millennials will unfollow faster than you can say #ad. And get this, 79% of people say user-generated content, not influencer posts, actually sways their idea of buying something. I know for myself, I'm going to be more influenced with somebody who has, and I have been influenced by somebody, getting something and my, buying it because of them. And then and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh crap, this is not the way I want to. This is not the way I want to be influenced, and I get upset that I allowed myself to go into that what do you want to call it? That rule of allowing myself to follow some influencer and buy something and then found out, "Oh my god, it's crap. It looks like crap. It is crap. I why did I do this? Oh no." And I pay the price for it, you know? I mean, like if I'm gonna buy something or buy something because of someone else and it turns out to be crap, that's my fault, you know? Um, so we have to be careful with that. You know, there is something to it, and we have to be careful what we're believing, what we're following. Um, like I said, try being an influencer for a day and get the ring light and get your inspirational, caption and your inspirational whatever, drink your smoothie or whatever, your Stanley and um uh but the reality is then you feel like you have to sell your soul to get sponsored by some teeth whitening kit. And I have fake teeth. Okay, I have implants. I am going to do a full show on getting my implants. I'm not fake about it. They're not my real teeth. All my teeth were ripped out. I had really bad teeth. I had all my teeth pulled out. I did the in 24 hours you get your new teeth surgery one day and you come in the next day and they put in your teeth. It didn't work out that way for me. The swelling was bad. The pain was bad. It took a couple of weeks. It took me a week to get them to where they could put the teeth in. And there was still some problems, so then I had to go back a week later, and including one of the times that I was in there before they got my upper teeth, they were the worst. And I'm crying, I'm in so much pain. They did not put any more Novocaine or any uh, Novocaine type stuff to numb it because I was hurting so bad and I was crying. It was in so much pain, and I'm like begging for my husband, please go get my husband, please go. And she said, well, we can't go get your husband until the reveal. I said, fuck a reveal, get my husband. Because I was hurting so bad, it didn't matter what the reveal is. There was no moment of pull the mirror out and show me my new teeth and feeling like, wow, look at my teeth, and cry because my old teeth are gone. I was in so much pain and it was such a traumatic experience that there was no joy of the positive teeth. Now, I've had my new teeth for like 2 years. They don't come in, they don't go out. They stay. They're permanently in there. I can't take them out if I wanted to. But I still have problems every now and then. Still some swelling. It has taken already 2 years and it's not completely healed. It's taken a really long time. So, do I want I could probably get a nice teeth whitening kit, thing, but it'd be fake. It'd be 100% fake because I don't need to whiten these teeth. I haven't had anything that has caused them to change their color. But turns out the only thing I'm gonna be able to influence is my dog knocking over my coffee. The moral of the story is authenticity is a hard word to say, but it's free. Faking it costs you $500K per YouTube video. That's what it's costing. Speaking of fake, let's dive into why everyone online seems to be auditioning for keeping up with the deep fakes. And now there's a issue with the AI and you don't know what's real anymore. Remember, if you're liking this, please smash that like button. It helps the algorithm, and join my tribe. I tell you what, watching some of these people and realizing that they are so fake and they have so many followers really has me concerned with how many people are buying into false narratives, fake influencers, fake products, how much money they're spending on stuff that when they get it doesn't work the way that it says, you know, cozy earth sheets. So why are we still worshiping these curated con artists? That's a good question. When we're talking about influencers like Michaela that we just watched, they're selling realness while using AI filters to look like a Bratz doll. Want to know what's real? Going live and having your Wi-Fi crash mid-sentence. I've done that. I've been there. Oh, shit. It happened just last week. My Wi-Fi didn't go out, but all the power went out in the house and it had to reboot. Accidentally spilling your insecurities to 10,000 strangers. Yeah, I've done that. Spilling your drink all over your shirt in the middle of your show. Just did that. That's the raw stuff. But no, they'd rather stage a breakdown for clicks. And you tell me that it's not fake when you're like, I feel so bad. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I don't have enough. What? Okay. Where's that stuff to make me cry? I just want to tell you how sorry I am. Come on. It's so fake and it's so disgusting. But you film yourself crying and having a meltdown in your car so you can get people to watch it. Who does that? I have ugly cry. Nobody wants to see an ugly cry. Nobody wants to see it. Well, I don't know that there's a pretty cry, but nobody wants to see an ugly cry. Newsflash, 63% of shoppers trust their favorite influencers' recordings. But only if they're not faking it. Now, how do you know if they're not faking it? Faking it's easy. Buy some followers, slap on a hashtag sponsored tag. Boom, you're relatable. Being real. That's the hard part. Being real and having no followers, but still coming on every single day while you're trying to build an audience. Yeah, could I go out and buy a bunch of people? Sure, I could. It'd boost up my numbers. People would probably subscribe more because they're like, oh, look, she's got thousands of followers. I'm going to subscribe, but I'm doing authentically. I can't even say with authenticity. Authentically, I'm letting the followers come as I do my show. But I'm here consistently, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Sometimes I'm a little late, but I try to be on time. I showed you that TikTok creator, Michaela. There's a de-influencing trend happening. People begging influencers to stop pushing overpriced junk. This one's got over 300 million views for a reason. We're done with the lies. Let's see if I can find this one. I'm not sure if I can, but I'm going to try this one. Sometimes these links work and sometimes these links do not work. So we will try if this link works or not. I come up with my ideas for my show and then sometimes I use ChatGPT to write out my my lines. my information, and sometimes the links don't work. And of course, that one doesn't work. But I am gonna try to see if I can find this person and breaking down the de-influencing trend. So I'll see if I can find it on my own instead of trying to use some stupid link that Grok or whatever could not produce. But it's absolutely true when we have these people who are not influencing, and they're being more authentic and being more real. I like this new thing of being real and being authentic and being myself and not trying to pretend to be something. Where this all started originally, when people started looking at being fake and the realness of it, is we need to be authentic and shoot for authenticity while not pretending to be authentic. And what I mean by that is, if you're gonna pretend to be authentic, the word pretend in the front of that. That means you're still pretending. You're still fake. There's still something fake happening. So are you being fake or are you being real? Okay, push play. I can't get
That's it. That's my intro. Hi, I'm Amanda. You're watching Swell Entertainment, and today me and Hermes are talking about the de-influencing trend on TikTok. The original premise of the de-influencing trend is targeting overconsumption and impulse shopping because of social media. The original audio that went viral was, I am de-influencing you.
I am here to de-influence you. Do not get the UGG minis. Do not get the Dyson Airwrap. Do not get the Charlotte Tilbury one. Do not get the Stanley Cup. Do not get Colleen Hoover books. Do not get the AirPods Pro Max. If you do any of those things, a bomb is going to explode.
You do not need the Dyson Airwrap. You do not need the Stanley Cup. You do not need all this stuff, okay? That is what they're originally talking about. However, whenever I talk about history repeating itself on social media, I'm reminded of this tweet from Chloe Gong. She's an author who wrote the These Violent Delights book. She's also written other ones, but this is the one I'm referring to. In the book, there is a pandemic and a vaccine, and people who do want to take it and people who don't want to take it. The book came out in November of 2020, and a bunch of people were like, oh my gosh, she must have been really affected by the pandemic and written this super quickly. And she tweeted out, no, I wrote this in like 2018. History is just cyclical. And that's what pops into my head when I think about the de-influencing trend. I don't know if you are.
Absolutely. I will tell you. So I have a book that I wrote. And I haven't, this is a different book than I've talked about before, but I haven't really done much with it. It's kind of sat in a drawer for a very long time. It's about a Marine and his wife and loss of life, yada yada. And it's actually a really good story. But I wrote this in 1999 is when I started the book. The very beginning of my book was hijackers taking over the plane and flying into New York City, into the Twin Towers. I wrote this in 1999. And I wrote the beginning of it in 1999, which had that scene in there. And I was still working on this book. When 2001 happened, I was like, oh my gosh, that's like my story. So I personally put it aside because I felt like I don't know how to do this story differently. I changed it and made it better, made it not happen that way. It was still a hijacker, but it turned out differently, and I had to change the way that it worked out. And I should get back to it because it's actually a really good story. But I wrote it in advance. Now, where did I get my influence for that? Where did I get the idea for it? Is because they tried to take out the Twin Towers in 93. And I was like, oh, what's a good way to do that? Well, I had no premise. I didn't know anything about it. I had no idea that this was going to come, that this is going to happen. But traditionally, there's been an awful lot of things that have happened over the years with hijackers. So what good way. And if I could come up with it, many other people can come up with it, including the hijackers that did it. So there is that. Let's get back to her. Whoop.
Online during the beauty YouTube guru pocket of time. But do you guys remember anti-hauls? Now, anti-hauls have not gone away. Anti-hauls are still a thing, but I remember when they were super popular on YouTube. Now, my understanding of how anti-hauls really started was that they were really about beauty YouTubers who talked about makeup and things like that, making videos about products that were promoted that they were not going to be buying and why, for whatever reason, whether it was because they didn't like the ingredients list, they had bought things from in a similar vein from that company before and they did not like it. The shade range was not up to snuff, and so they were not going to be supporting the brand. The colors within the eyeshadow palette were the same as another palette they had released previously, and they were not going to be putting their money into that. Things like that. That was my understanding of anti-hauls. Here is the product, here is why I'm not going to buy it. Anti-hauls, and there would be like 5, 10, whatever in a video. And then there are also anti-hauls that I personally think should be called something else, because they are technically hauls because you bought them, but you didn't just haul them in. You know, it's like whatever. But they were products like, I bought these, I will not be buying them again.
I will also say I cannot stand the haul videos where they check out my haul when they go shopping, and I think they're disgusting. Because a lot of these people that do these hauls, they are things that are thousands of dollars. Like these people that did recently on the Easter haul, they did their Easter gifts for their child for Easter. And they were like, we only spent $15,000 for her for Easter. Are you fucking kidding me? You're so full of shit. And I'd love to, you know, I mean, people went after a lot of these Christmas haul people that it was all fake. You know, all the name brand things were all fake. The boxes were fake, and then they put stuff in it that looked like it. They were knockoffs. So I think that's disgusting in itself, and we shouldn't be promoting that stuff to begin with. That's my opinion.
And for whatever reason. Empties I will not be refilling, things that I tried and I have zero desire to try again, that I'm giving away or whatever, things like that, okay? That's the other type of anti-haul that I saw quite a bit, and there are still plenty of people doing anti-hauls as well. Super sexy freeze frame Amanda here to add also that we can also talk about how a bunch of beauty gurus were deemed untrustworthy when it was revealed that they were linking products in their description box, whether they liked the products or not, and were not disclosing that these were actually affiliate links and that they were making money off of these links. And that led to a whole train of people not trusting a lot of these beauty YouTubers. The de-influencing trend, like I said, started out as a you do not need this product. Everyone on TikTok gets so hung up on this is the cool new thing. Everyone has a Dyson Airwrap. Everyone's using Olaplex. Everyone's using the Charlotte Tilbury wand thingy. I don't know what it is. I had never heard of it prior to this. The Stanley Cup, okay? And
well, and I'm guilty of it. I have a couple of Stanley Cups. Oh, excuse me. I will tell you, when that trend first started, though, the first thing, I've liked Stanley Cups for a long time, so that wasn't what got me to buy it. And that person that said it burnt up in the fire, it's a plastic top. I guarantee you, as a former volunteer firefighter, my husband being a firefighter, there is no way this metal one can survive probably a fire. But it did not have the top still intact, no burns, no melted rubber, no melted anything, and the ice still in it. And there was a guy who did a video to debunk that. And he put a couple different cups in a truck, and the truck was on fire. They were doing it for training for the fire department training. And then they let him put the cups in there because he wanted to prove that it would not survive the fire. And sure enough, they did not survive the fire. The cup itself, The outer part of the cup did survive. The handle was burnt gone, and the top was all melted and basically melted on to the cup. And they opened it up. There was still water in it. It was about half of what was in it because it probably steamed up. But there was no ice left in it. And the handle and the top was not intact in any way, shape, or form. If you want to find that video, you can go watch that. But it is really important that we think about what is happening on the realm of de-influencers or influencers, and what is important for us to be paying attention to, and why it is important for us to pay attention to, uh, um, why it's important for us to see that these fake people are should no longer be trending to begin with. I worry about us allowing them to continue to be an influence to us as consumers. Consumers, we buy things because of being influenced by what somebody else has. Now, I have told people, we all tell people, "Oh, I love this. This is amazing. You should buy this." And at one point in time, I saw the trend of the unboxings and sharing something that you bought and how it works and all that. And I started doing some videos on that. And I just recently went through and was cleaning off a lot of videos and pictures and stuff off my computer. And I deleted most of those because I don't like the unboxing videos. I think they're stupid. I don't wanna watch you unbox shit that you could afford to buy that I couldn't afford, first of all, or maybe that I don't want, or influence me to buy something that I don't necessarily need when, it's not authentic. Now, stuff that I really use, showing me how to use it, that I like. But showing you unboxing it, I could give a shit what it looked like in the box. Show me how it works and show me that it does work, then I might be inclined to buy something that meets that category for me. So that brings me to this new movie, and I don't know, I mean, it's 2022, so it's probably out. I haven't actually watched it, but I probably will watch it. I don't know if I will. I don't know. But let's watch the trailer.
Hey guys, it's Kelly. 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 Hey guys, it's Kelly.
We're gonna play a game, a social media game. We're gonna see how good an influencer you really are.
The guy that took you, he took me too. Who? I don't know. What do you want?
I just want to collaborate with you.
No. Get her out of here, please.
This is real?
Yeah, this is real.
Are you ready for your close-up?
Now, I know that's pretty dramatic, but I think it is a point to the trend that de-influencing is now having. And we do want to get rid of all the fake influencing. I don't mind being influenced by something if you're real about it, if you're authentic about it. what just started. If you're authentic about it, if you're telling me the truth, I don't mind being influenced by it. I really don't. I don't think any of us really mind being influenced if it's real. But if it's not real, then it is influenced by fake narratives, false information, and we're begging people to sell us this overpriced stuff by watching it. This one person, Omar H. Bears, has done a TikTok on de-influencer, and it's gotten over 300 million views for a reason. We're done with the lies. We're done with the fakeness. We're done with the uh, insecurities being hidden by filters and retakes and cuts and pause. And, going live is terrifying. There are no edits, there are no retakes. For me, in fact, it's just me, my face, maybe a pimple. I don't really get pimples. I'm very lucky on that, but I have the gray hair. I'm old. I can't hide that I'm not skinny. I don't use a filter to make me look slimmer or any of those things. And studies are showing that influencers feel burnout from the pressure to be perfect. The followers are getting mental health crisis hits from the chaos of those fake lifestyles, like going and renting the expensive car, the fancy car, or the jet for an hour so that they can do their video in their expensive car. They go and tour a house that's for sale, and they try to get some video in there of buying their new house, and it's not real. Whether it was true or not, but I saw a video of a TikTok one time where he was doing, look at my new kitchen in my new house, and then she went up a little too high, and you could see that it was inside Home Depot, and he's like, put the camera down. Was it meant to do that, or was it accidental? I don't know. But they're having mental health breaks because it's causing them problems with not being authentic, not owning your mess, not hiding it behind a living my best life hashtag. But that's vulnerability. It builds loyal community, not just like. I want to have the authenticity of real people because I am one of those real people. I come on, I'll come and talk about the topics that I think are important to talk about. Sometimes it's what I want to talk about. Sometimes it's what other people out there are wanting to talk about. So the next time you see the influencer crying about their real struggles in a $2,000 outfit, ask yourself, are they being authentic or just fishing for a brand deal? Let's celebrate the folks who go live with flaws and all because that's the real flex. Like Squirrel Tribe. I love her. She is authentic. She is real. She's not faking it. Their problem. Probably because I'm not in the mic. Probably because I'm not in the mic fully. I keep moving back and forth as I'm moving. My husband is down here being tech support saying that my audio is fluctuating. Probably because I was moving when I was talking. I don't know. As part of the being real. But if you want Team Real, like, follow, and subscribe to Gurl TauX. Share this with your friends who need a break from the fake feeds. Let's keep the authenticity movement alive here at Gurl TauX. I will always be authentic. I will always be real. And guess what time it is? It's time for Dear Margaret. We have 4 minutes, so we're not going to be able to do a whole lot of Dear Margaret, but we can at least do 1 or 2 of the Dear Margaret. There we go.
Dear Margaret's here, let's dive right in. Bring your questions, let's begin. Life's
I
a
don't know what
real
is
maze.
happening there.
We'll help
There
you
is
with your
something going on
dealing with life in this rat race. Honest thoughts, no sugar coating.
And I can't figure out where
Tell us your tales, your woes, your gripes. No fluff, no bows, just real life types. Sign it, clever, let your pen
there
take
it
flight.
is.
We'll
I
serve
found
the
it. There was
truth,
another
sharp and
window.
bright.
Oh, that is cool. There's the authenticity. I didn't know where that was coming from. I didn't know how that happened, and yet there it was.
Dear Margaret's here, let's dive right in. Bring your questions, let's begin. Life's a real maze. We'll help you with your coping. Dealing with life in this rat race. Honest thoughts, no sugar coating. Tell us your tales, your woes, your gripes. No fluff, no bows, just real life types. Sign it clever, let your pen take flight. We'll serve the truth, sharp and bright. Send us a query, take a lead. No hidden rules, no secrets to keep. Anonymous wisdom that cuts so deep. Dear Margaret's advice you'll want to reap. But in the end, let's admit we all really don't care, Margaret.
Well, there you have it. The beginning of Dear Margaret. So let's get to these questions real quick and see how far we can get. I don't know. Probably not real far today. Anyway, we'll see. Is it okay? Okay. My husband's still tech supporting for me to make sure it sounds okay. All right, let's get to this next question, or the first question here. Dear Margaret, I'm trying to start a YouTube channel about my real life as a single mom, but I keep seeing these polished influencers with perfect homes and kids who never cry. I went live once and my toddler threw a tantrum midstream. I was mortified. Should I fake it with curated content to compete or keep it raw and risk losing followers? Frazzled but real, you're struggling supermom. I have to say my personal opinion on this, and we only got 4 minutes. My personal opinion is keep it real. Your toddler's going to throw temper tantrums. Your toddler's going to have meltdowns. You're going to have a meltdown. If you're a single mom and you're a mom by yourself and you're doing this, do it. Be authentic. It's okay to be frazzled. First off, props to going live with the toddler that's braver than bungee jumping. I have to tell you that. These polished influencers, they're not parenting. They're staging a sitcom. They're faking it. Look at that show with the 8 travelers or 8 passengers. She's in prison now because she was misusing her children. Look at one of her daughters is fighting in Congress to get time off and paid, all the stuff that they should have gotten. They're not parenting, they're staging a sitcom. Research shows 60% of consumers find users-generated content like your real, messy life 3 times more authentic than influencers with fluffy stuff. Your tantrum moments, that's gold. In all reality, that's gold. Because what is it? It's real. It's authentic. They can relate to it. What is relatable? It's relatable when you know that the person is going through the same stuff they're going through. They crave relatability, not perfection. I mean, we all want to have people that follow us. We all, if you're going live, you want to have followers. You want to have people that are joining your tribe or your family or whatever you want to call it, your fam. Going live is vulnerable to begin with, but can be your superpower. keeping it raw, own the chaos. You'll build a loyal tribe, not just a bunch of followers. If you have too many numbers and they aren't actually watching it, and they're just there as a bunch of numbers, but they don't really like you, so they only watch once or twice and never come back, those are not authentic followers. Those are not a loyal tribe or a loyal fam. People are ditching the fake videos because they want authenticity and reality. Your kids' meltdowns are the real MVPs. When you think about it, many of us stopped watching reality TV because the gig was up. We realized that it was fake. Mock the idea of perfect mom influencers with a quick skit of the host pretending to soothe an invisible child while sipping a sponsored latte. Do you want to be that person? Would you want to watch that person? Love the real mom energy. I think add to that, like, follow, and subscribe to Gurl TauX, because that is what you're going to get here. Share this with every parent who's ever faked it or who's over the fake feeds. We don't want fake anymore. We want real. We want authentic. I do. I don't want this fake crap anymore. I'm over it. I'm tired of it. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm going to be raw. I'm going to be real every time I'm here. I'm going to be me. I'm going to have the spilled on my shirt. I'm going to, if I had spilled something with actual color on it, I'd have left it, because it is what happened. I'm not going to go and change my clothes last second. Like I said, I forgot to bring that mascara down. I'm not going to leave you and put on a video and run upstairs and go get it. Yeah, I could have done that, but I didn't do that, and I'm not going to do that. Dear Margaret, I'm a fitness influencer, but I'm exhausted pretending I work out 24/7. I want to go live and admit I sometimes eat pizza and skip the gym, but I'm scared my followers will ditch me for not being inspirational. How do I stay authentic without tanking my brand? Sweaty but honest, your pizza-loving power lifter. All right, well, I have to say that if you are feeling that way, I think you should be authentic. Sweaty, welcome to the Authenticity Club. Population not enough. You're not a robot, you're human. And humans love pizzas. Oh man, I should have told my husband we wanted pizza tonight. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Studies show authentic influencers who engage genuinely, like Maya and her fitness content, see higher follower action because they're relatable. Faking it's a trap. 86% of millennials say authenticity drives their actions to leave. If you're inauthenticity, I meant. If you're authentic, it drives your brand. And people are doing the research. They're looking it up and finding out that, oh, it's a bunch of crap. They're looking up reviews. They're looking to see if the reviews are real. I don't know about you, but I go and look at reviews. And I look at the the 1-star reviews before I look at the 5-star reviews. I could give a shit what 5-star people have to say. I want to know what the 1-stars have to say. If you mix your workouts with real talks and still run a fitness empire, are you still fit? Do you still look good? Going live and admitting you're not a gym machine or you're not a gym rat, and that you eat pizza sometimes and you eat other things, makes you vulnerable and makes us believe you. It builds that trust. Show the pizza. Flex the honesty, and your followers will lift you up. Do a mock influencer workout with exaggerated poses, then give up for a fake pizza slice. No, for a real pizza slice. Say, forget that. I want a pizza. Feeling that sweaty vibe? Yeah. Just be yourself. Be yourself. I have one more. And then I'm going to, because I like this one. So I'm going to do one more, and then I am going to skip to the end of our show because it is time for the end of our show. But I did like this one. So I wanted to actually share this one because I did like it. So give me 1 second and let me get to it really quick. And, but absolutely be your authentic self, because people like the authenticity. I like the authenticity, and most people are honestly really enjoying it when you don't fake it and you don't lie, because that's the way we see when you're faking it. When you're doing the fake influencing stuff, we feel like you're a liar. So, dear Margaret, I caught my favorite influencer using a deep fake filter to look flawless in her raw vlogs. Now I don't trust anything online. How do I spot real creators versus fakes when everyone's using AI tricks? Duped and done. You're a filter-free fighter. Well, I will say that using some of those things are not bad. Like, I use AI, I write my music, I write the lyrics, but then I use AI for the music because I am not a musician. I don't have a guitar where I can play. I have a guitar, my husband has one, but I don't even know how to play it. So like, I could not make the music. I have a piano and I don't know how to play that either. I should probably learn. But so using it authentically and playing the music. But I think the authentic part is being honest that you use it. I feel you though, duped. Nothing says betrayal like finding out your idol's natural glow is AI generated. The web's a minefield. Generated AI like Midjourney and deep fakes make authenticity harder to spot. We're not seeing it. But here's the trick. Real creators show consistency and engagement. Look for unedited moments. When people aren't editing it, like I am not editing this. This is live right here, right now. You saw my husband come in. You hear noise. My dogs bark. I can't edit that out of it because it's live. It's real. People like the authenticity and the real part of life that we can all relate to. So if the stats say 67% of marketers prioritize user-generated content over influencers' posts because it's less likely to be doctored. It calls out fake endorsements. Trust your gut. Stick the too perfect vibes and follow creators who aren't afraid to show their real unfiltered selves. Play with the fake filter props, like a cardboard perfect face, and jokingly apply it before tossing it away. Hate the fakes too? Well, come here. We're not fake. We're real every day, Monday through Friday, 5 to 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I have more that I'm going to share next week or maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. I have a couple more on here that I would like to share tomorrow that were pretty good as well. But I will possibly do that tomorrow. But today, our show is over. We have ran out of time. I want to thank you for being here. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, and join my tribe. I will always be real, authentic, and myself. And when I have people on the show, I don't edit. I don't do pre-recorded. I will make some pre-recorded ones for when I'm out of town that I can just air, but they will still be done in full. I'm not gonna edit them and clean them up to air them. I will just have them in the can for when I am not here. I prefer the live, unfiltered, unedited. That's just the way I like to do it. And I think there's a lot of people out there that are craving that type of real rawness, the vulnerability. Oh, it is definitely there. get over your nerves, just go live and just do it. It's brave, but it makes you a visionary in this new world of influencing, not being an influencer, but being a realtor, a real personer. I don't know what the word is there, but let's stick with the authenticity and reality of being authentic, being real, being yourself. Thank you. Have a great night. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And even though my thank you song says 7 p.m., it is 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Thank you for being here. Please don't forget to smash that like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I am on YouTube and on Rumble. All my socials are Gurl TauX, Gurl TauX, because we're going to talk about it when we're here. See you soon.
Thank you for watching Gurl TauX live broadcast, which airs weekdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget to send in your Dear Margaret questions. Then join us for our opinion-based answers. We love having you. Thanks for taking the time to be with us tonight. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share with your friends. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Don't forget, it's 5 p.m., not 7 p.m. Good night. Good night, everybody. Have a great night.